Well, good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Happy Thursday to everybody. Good morning, Roger. Hey, Bill, good morning. Sharon, good morning. Glad you're here. Sonny, good morning. And Sonny, thank you for your list you put up. All right, appreciate it. Gold, good morning. Alan, good morning. William, good morning. Uh, and Mike, good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are we? All right. Hey, today we've got at 8:30 this morning, we've got the final PPI report. And then we're going to have the petroleum sales report here at 10:30. That's pretty much all of today that's of great importance. And then Friday at 8:30, we've got that CPI number. And then at 8:30, you've also got the jobless claims. So these ones with the red stars on them, those are the ones that can kind of shake the market up a little bit. Um, the green stars are sort of mediocre statement, Treasury statement, Fed balance sheet, natural gas report. But those aren't nearly as important as those red stars there. So let's put that back over here. All right. A couple of announcements. Sorry, I should have had this already up for you. Um, we have an open house with Doug coming up. Let me bring that over here. There we go. Open house with Doug at Right Way Options coming up on Monday, September 15th. That's this coming Monday from 8:25 in the morning. So about market open to 4 p.m. Eastern. Um, Doug's got a lot of great information. Good trader. Come on over if you have a chance. There is a registration form you have to sign or fill out, not necessarily sign, I guess. And he'd love to have you there. I'd love to have you there. And then I have a announcement here. We're going to change the time of the pre-market charts and targets. Honestly, this early, it's killing me, and that's why I have to change it. It's just killing me the hour change that on it. So starting Monday, September 15th, this coming Monday, starting Monday, charts and targets will start at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Welcome back, maybe some West Coast folks. And we'll end around 9 o'clock. That 9 o'clock is not in stone there. The 8:30 is in stone. So charts and targets pre-market, new hours starting Monday, September 15th. We'll start at 8 a.m. Eastern. Okay. I hope that works for everybody. I'm going to put that over here. All righty. Hey, good morning, Neil. How are you? Neil, right from the get-go, looks like he's still liking GE. Let's go take a look at that real quick. GE, yeah. GE's nice. I'm holding GE myself, and I've got a couple of targets up here, 289.04. And this is a target. I doubt I'm going to close it here. I'm looking more for that $300 mark on GE. And I think that's what I'm looking for. And then we'll reevaluate from there. But beautiful trend, beautiful movement on GE. Thank you, Neil. And XME, let's take a look. Yeah, nice chart, XME. That's breaking out pretty nice. Next target up, based on what I have up here, about 86. And then about that, say 87, 30, 35, something like that. Nice charts. Nice charts. Here, let me pull this down over here. Just get that over. Watch this. We'll be working from this morning and any others that you might have. Mouse. Oops. Oh, well, that's okay. All right. Hey, William. Good morning. Yeah, you're welcome. I've heard from a lot of people on the West Coast. This is pretty early, but seriously, it's what's happening is it's just not working for me. So had to make some changes. Spy's looking good, looking very bullish, and it's the same old thing over and over and over. If the market, the back end, what I call the back end, the market itself, that can be the SPY, the diamonds, the Qs, IWM, whichever ones you follow. If they're bullish, then I want to be bullish. and not be bearish. And it's just a simple follow. You've got price above the T line. T line's 8 EMA, and then you've got the T line above the Trendicator. It's really simple. And then what we're looking for are, rest and pullbacks. The market doesn't have to be resting when we look for a chart to pull back, but we want the market to be bullish. And then another indicator that I look at is T2123. And it did get a little sloppy yesterday, I have to admit, but it never broke down. So still long there. That's looking good. The VIX, VXX, it's still in a bearish mode, meaning price below the T line below the Trendicator. And then all that is below that 34 EMA, that yellow line. So this is clearly just a bullish market until it's not. To me, it is absolutely that simple. There's no overthinking to it. And you just have to get comfortable with the simplicity of that type of trading, the simplicity that, the idea that you don't need complication in a chart. It can be very clean, very to the point, and there you go. Pretty easy. Hey, good morning, Rod. Glad to have you here. Appreciate it. Okay, let's take a look at some charts that I think are working out pretty nice. Look at CNC. We've talked about this. I was in it. I even got out of it because it wasn't going anywhere. And I got out of it here on the very nice day of September 8th. And on the very great day of September 9th, it took off. So doggone it. So those that are in it, congratulations. It looks like it's headed up to our desired targets up here. We get through this first target of 3260. Watch out for that 3770 area. And then watch out for that, about 40 bucks, 41 bucks up here. What a sweet trade. I will look to get back in it when it gives me a little bit of an opportunity. And right now would be opportunity for me as well if the market was open. We're just now breaking out. I could see that. I would also love just a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a rest. But a great chart to take a look at. Now, in this family, let's take a look at the UNH trade that we're in. And that thing is rocking. So we've owned that one for a bit, and it's moving up perfect. Waiting for it to get through the dotted deuce right here. That's just a modified 200 period moving average. And then we'll see if that can't move up higher. So far, that's been a fantastic trade. Good bucks in that one there. So, all right, let's take a look at, what do we have here? There it is. THEA might be getting ready. We talked about this. I don't know what I have all that for. There you go. We talked about, actually it was a THA, wasn't it? Not the E. There we go. There it is. So ETHA might be setting up here. I've got an alert set. Sorry, my mouse is really slow. When I'm running two rooms, it does this for some reason. Alert set about 33.93. When it pops up through that orange line, that becomes a possible buy for me. Congratulations to those that are in it. I think that's a pretty nice looking chart. And the target up here, first good target that I'm going to look for is 3603. But do keep in mind, it's going to have to clear these candles over here to the left. So just keep an eye on price action for that. Hey, good morning, Vernon. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Good morning. Dave, good morning. Saw you sneak in there. Val, good morning. Let's take a look at SLG from Val. Nice chart. I'm flagging that one. I like that. See how we've gone. This setup here, I think, is an excellent setup. And that's when we have the red dots. The Trendicator is bearish. And then we start turning green. I love that when that happens. So you get, several days. And I tend to like something that if you're trending higher, just a couple days into the red, then up. But if we're trending lower, I like 10 days or more. It clearly is 10 days or more. And then we start moving up here, and you can start to see where the entries are. I mean, nice little entry right through here. Look at this. Nice little pullback. Nice little entry right through there. Beautiful, beautiful chart. So, watch that trend. There's always going to be traders that, do things like this, and there's nothing wrong with this. Everyone has to have your rules for trading. You're gonna put a downtrend line on here. You're gonna make sure that it breaks out, and it has. And you're gonna come over here and you're gonna put this line up. Well, what about the 200 period moving average? You have two choices with that. Okay, the first choice is, watch this. Take the 200 off, and shazam, you don't have a 200 period moving average anymore. If it wasn't there, you'd never know it. You only know it because you put it there. So I don't know. Is it important? Is it? You could probably read the whole chart with just price alone. Just price alone. So we know that the 200 is a known area for support, known area for resistance. But then again, here we are up 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Where do you think the price was going to go? Keep on going up? Those things, that's rare, man. It doesn't happen. So, there's a lot you can read, just a bare chart, naked chart, just simply price action. But anyway, what a great looking chart. If you're worried about that top up there, well, wait to buy it till it breaks out of that top. But right now, I think you're in prime buy territory. Nice chart there. Thank you. Hey, Sharon, good morning. For a cheaper version of UNH, AVGO, Tesla, and Meta, look at AVGG. Thank you for those. Yeah, the inverse single stock inverse ETF. Yeah, single stock ETF, not inverse, just single stock ETF. Yeah, take a look at that. I mean, we're working up really nice here. You just need that, make sure you don't chase. Watch that entry up in here, but you're very, very right. I think it was fantastic when they came out with those, because it allows, say, the smaller trader or the trader that doesn't want to invest a ton of money into a position. These prices are more palatable for that, more palatable. You mentioned Tesla up there, or yeah, Tesla. I am holding Tesla, my larger account, $350 stock here, kind of expensive for a smaller account. And in my smaller account, the Road to Wealth account, I am holding TSLL because it fits the smaller account pricing. So yeah, those inverse, I'm sorry, those single stock ETFs, they are really a great way to play. UNHG, I didn't even know about that one. UNHG, there you go. Look at that. I'm going to have to write that one here. I'm going to flag that one. Thank you. Flag it. There you go. I've got it down. Thank you very much. I didn't even know about that one. Very cool. And then you've got Meta and looking at FBL. And yeah, I've looked at that one 1,000 times. I'd like to get in that. But I trade options, just simple, very simple directional options, up or down. Basically, it's long or short what I trade. And there's never enough open interest in FBL for me. But I've looked at. I keep thinking one day that it's going to show up and be able to trade it. But for somebody trading the stock, yeah, it's perfect. Thank you very much for those. All right, let's take a look at over here. We did that one. ETR. Take a look at ETR. So on ETR, let me get my arrow. There we go. And ETR, you can see that we have a green trend up just using the Trendicator. And then right in here, it starts getting kind of wacko. We gap down and just sort of wacko. And then there's our red dots right there. Well, here we are on the 50 period moving average, and you can see the price action starting to dance on that 50. Well, now it's starting to maybe move off that 50, and we get that next leg up. So that's what I'm looking for. So we go from green to red to green. And if you ever take the time to flip through charts, you'll see that happens an awful lot. It's not the perfect strategy. There's no such thing as a perfect strategy, but it's very clean, very visible, and that's something I like. I like to see I like to see what's going on. I don't want surprises, for me, it would be super rare to buy down here at the bottom, just hoping that it pops up. I want to see that actual movement. And here we just might be starting that with the support of the 50 period moving average. Anytime you can put a major moving average underneath price, or price is bouncing off that, I think that is a plus for a trade. Uh, Big plus on that. Let's see here. What else do I have? IONQ. Take a look at IONQ. That's starting to come up, rise above the 50 period moving average. Price, T line, they're all above the Trendicator now. That's starting to move. Yeah, that's starting to move up there, looking pretty good. I've got a target up here about $50. That's not too bad. That puts you in the what, 12, 13% mark. Let's take a look at FIX. Look at FIX moving up. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look at EUEC. Now I closed my EUC, I forget, 46%. And let's look up, there we go. I closed it up here yesterday at 40%, 6% trade. That was a nice little clean trade. And it's still holding up. I still may buy it back. The reason I closed it is to just protect that money in case there was any kind of a gap down or just a sour market showing up today, because I'm so close to actually doubling the Road to Wealth account that I couldn't take the risk of risking 46%. So I felt I had to close it to save that money. And it's looking good. I have no problem getting back in it. We're going to have to get through some of those numbers this morning. That was one of the reasons. Didn't want to, that could cause a problem. And then, any kind of a rest or pullback reason to get back in it, I'll certainly get back in it. I think it's a beautiful chart. Right now, I think it goes higher. So I hope you understand why I closed it. And speaking of that one, let's go take a look at UU while we're here, because I closed that one for a 50% move here on what day? This day right here, whatever the day that is, the 9th. I closed that on the 9th for a 50% gain, and so far you can see it pulling back. And I am looking to buy this back, but I'll buy it back when it sets up for me. It's getting close. It's getting close. Now we just need to see that entry, and then we'll take another stab at it and see if we can pull in another 50%. So another reason, somebody might ask, well, why did I close that out? Well, that was a day that I had to go to the doctor. I couldn't be in front of my computer, and I'm sitting at the doctor's, and I pull out my phone, and I decided that I knew I was in it, and I knew it was up. So I just set it up on my phone to just, no matter what it does, just close it when I reach a 50% profit. And I heard my phone ding just a little while later that, yep, order was filled, closed it at 50%. I'm very happy. Again, it was in the Road to Wealth account, and I'm this close to doubling it. And I would rather like that to happen maybe today or tomorrow. So we'll see. It could happen today or tomorrow. And now this one's pulling back just perfect. So I'll look for another entry on that. We'll look at this one here. BLCO. Look at BLCO. Nice chart. We looked at this one yesterday, I believe. And look at the targets up here. This is an excellent chart. There's your rally. There's your pullback, your PBO, your 3-8 trap setup. This is an excellent chart for that PBO, pullback opportunity. It really is. And by the way, if somebody's looking for a rounded bottom breakout, this is a perfect one. Absolutely perfect. Where we do this, we're above that 50 period moving average. Look at us just dance right along that dotted deuce right there. Absolutely beautiful. The way it just prices danced on that, and then finally took off right to the 200. Absolutely fantastic. So a nice chart here. I'm gonna flag that one. Thank you. Let's see. Hey, Sonny, Good Son, back up. Good Son. QBTS. QBTS. That might be getting ready to head up. Yeah. Look how I'm going to get rid of everything on here. There we go. See how we've been down? We're underneath the, when I say, a lot of times when I say trend, probably more times than not, my trend is the moving averages. So I look at this and say, hey, we're underneath my trend, the dotted deuce and T line. That's my trend. So there's my trend. And now my trend is starting to move up right there. That's a beautiful chart. Let's put some lines on this. We can take this down here like that. I think everybody in the world would be happier if it was above that, but it doesn't mean it can't be bought right here. And as long as you know what trend is, if it came back below trend, you'd be out of it maybe, right? So you've got red dots, green dots. If it turned red, it wouldn't be doing what you wanted it to do. So that would make a good stop area. This is almost a perfect setup right here. The only thing that would make it a little more perfect maybe is if it was up over these lines right in here. That's the only thing. I'm going to flag that. This makes me want to go look at a stock. I think it's on there. It is coin. No, I guess it is over that. Oh, it's not over the 50, but I do believe it's, I don't know, how would you even draw a trend line on this? I mean, like that? What would you do? I don't even know if a trend line, that would be a waste of ink to put that on the chart. This was similar. It made me think of this, the way coin is set up here. But yeah, anyway, while we're here, coin is on my list. Keep an eye on that one. That might be a nice play. One that I am in, SMCI, see, that's another one. It's not over the 50 yet. But look at that long downtrend. And then see how we started to turn up here. Bought this one yesterday. And that's looking pretty good, headed to that 50 right in there, okay? All right, I better get back to business here. Riot. Take a look at Riot. So with Riot, I wouldn't want to chase Riot. Riot to me is, man, what a great chart, right? Wish we were all in it. Congratulations to those that are. I would put this on a watch list, just like we do, and then, have it set up, have it alert you. However you set your alerts, everybody might be a little different than that. Alert it when it's working or moving back, because when it moves back, that's when you start looking for that entry. Right now, you're just waiting for the pullback on it. But that's what I would do. I mean, it's a fantastic chart. I'm gonna flag it, so I can keep it on that watch list. And on my watch list, what I'll do is set up like a 3/8 trap, and then when it comes into that 3/8 trap, then I'll be able to find it, and then I can start, maybe trading that right there. Nice chart, very, very nice chart. Irene, that's not Irene. I remember what Irene looks like. That's not what she looks like. There's Irene. See, that's another one that needs a nice little pullback. And once you get that pullback, it becomes a nice trade. For those that are in it, I mean, keep moving your stop up a little bit and keep protecting. It may go higher from here. But something like this is just run away a little too much to make a good timely entry anyway. I used to do that, fear of missing out and thinking, well, the stocks are going to go higher. It's going to go higher. It's going to go higher. So I would get in like this late and the stock wouldn't go higher because that's not what stocks do. It's just typically not what stocks do. Okay. So what happens is I get in early, or get in like up here, maybe fear of missing out. And then it pulls back. Well, that freaks me out. So I close it at a loss. And 2 or 3 days later, it's up here. Took me a long time to figure out what to do. It really did. I'm not that fast. I'm not the brightest tool in the shed. I'm not. And I'm stubborn. And it takes me a long time to say, well, how about let's wait till it pulls back. And when I finally learned that, it's like, wow, it was an amazing thing. So watch list material, wait till we pull back. What was that other one? APA. APA. Man, everything on my computer is slow this morning. There we go, APA. Yeah, we bought APA yesterday, posted to all the members that we bought it. And that's looking pretty good. I like the way we're opening here. Next big target up there is about 26 for me. Let's go to a 3-bar chart, 3-day chart. If you look at a 3-day chart, we're in a nice rounded bottom breakout. And the whole rounded bottom breakout, this is one of my favorite chart patterns. It's not a pattern, really. It's the overall chart setup. And then it's the same old stuff that we look for, trends and PBOs, price above the T-line above the Trendicator, same old thing. And you can see we stopped right here at that dotted deuce, the modified 200 period moving average. You can see we pulled back a little bit, and now we're starting to come up. So, this is working out absolutely beautiful. And again, there's our target up there, 26. You're going to have the 200. I didn't mark that. I guess, yeah, we didn't mark that. I'm not going to. And then the next target from there is our 50% retracement point of about $30. So that's the number. That would be my sweet spot right there. But we do have to get through that 200 on the 3-day chart. I am going to flag it. Let's see where it is on the daily. Let's see where we are. Go back to the daily. And there it is up there. So, yeah, I think I will keep that there. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on that. If you're in it, nice way to go. ABBV. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, ABBV. Look at that. So here my arrow. Arrow. There we go. So see how we've go back over here. See how we rallied and pulled back? That's what we're looking for. See how we've rallied here, pulled back? That's what we're looking for. See how we rallied, pulled back? That's what we're looking for to get into that rally. Well, we could be starting another rally here. And earlier I said, in a nice uptrend, I just want a little dip. And that's what we've got here. Beautiful, beautiful uptrend, a little dip. And now we're coming out of that dip. And that should give us 2, 3, 4, 5 days of a run, maybe 6 days run up there. Okay. Something like that. Nice chart. EXTR. That's still bullish. Nice chart. That is an absolute. I wouldn't be afraid to enter that. I wouldn't be afraid of this big black candle here. You'll know in price if it's not going to work out. That'll tell you right there. But nice. I love the gap here, and that's helping to push it up, causing it to push up. So very nice, very nice. FRT. Take a look at that. Nice rounded bottom breakout. Anybody want to study that chart right there? That's fantastic. Pulling back here. I see a chart like this. It's great for the watch list. I would want to be alerted on it, maybe up here. So set an alert where you're alerted, and then you can rock in that chart. Yeah. That just looks like a chart that needs an alert to me. Let's see. Vernon was looking at ABBV yesterday. Never got in it. Yeah, it'll give you another chance. Not to worry. Sophie, am I still holding Sophie? I don't know. I'll have to look. Whoops, that is Sophie. I think I am. Let me double check here. Nope. I must have sold it yesterday. I was holding Sophie. Maybe I got rid of it yesterday. But yeah, Sophie to me is going to have to show me a little love here. It just seems like it's starting to move sideways. And I didn't want to get caught underneath this big candle. I think I closed it yesterday. Yeah, I think I did. So now it's going to have to move up. And if it does get through this 50% retracement line here, then the next line will be 270. I'll look to buy that back. I love the chart. This is just one of those charts I was in. And again, I'm on that edge of doubling that account. And it just the type of risk I didn't want to take based on a bearish engulf up here. Just not a risk I wanted to take. So if it can put itself together, ignore that bearish engulf, and start moving up, I would have no problem getting back in this. And you can see here that line is pretty important right here. I mean, there it is right there. You know, look at all those candles that are topping it. So I think I would be, you know, if I weren't in it, which I'm not, um, I wouldn't want to be in it here. I think I would want to wait for that breakout because when it does, it's going to pull back and test. They all do. They rest, and they don't have to pull back like that. They could just rest sideways as well. Uh, so anyway, I love the chart. It just needs to kind of prove itself now. Okay. Amazon. Yeah, Amazon's a good company. Um, I wouldn't bet on I wouldn't bet against Amazon too much, not too much. You know, when it's time to short Amazon, okay, it'll be time to short Amazon. Um, the best stock in the world. When it's time to short it, you can short it. But overall, I don't know if I would bet against them. Um, yeah, they're looking good here. I would like to see a little more bullishness, no doubt about it. I wouldn't be a buyer like right this second. I don't think I'd be a buyer. I'd want to see a little more bullishness in there. But Amazon, $300, nice round number, or 250. You know, when you get up to these kind of numbers, you can just look at the numbers and go to nice round numbers and move up $10 to $20 increments. So, you know, to me, I'm thinking 250 is a nice round number to shoot for. That's all you're doing, shooting for that. So now using that as your target area, manage your trade once you get into it. And that gives you a good target. Everyone needs something to reach for, you know, reach for the stars, reach for the moon, reach for a bigger bank account, reach for a bigger boat, you know, reach for something. What are you working for? You know, working for a bigger lawnmower, maybe. Um, so, yeah, reach for it. Let's see. Anything over here? Nothing here. RXO. Let's go take a look. RXO. Yeah. I mean, I like the idea of the chart. I really do. I like what it's trying to do. But an entry, I want to see a good entry. I love everything about the chart, really. I just don't see an entry. So, what would be a good entry? Honestly, above all this garbage right here. Okay. So, very typical for me is what I'm going to do. That's also, I'm going to put it right on that line. I don't know if you see it. There's a dotted line right here, right, goes right to here. And everything down in this area is building a bottom. And we're just so close to digging ourselves out of that bottom right there. And that's what I would look at. I'm going to put it on that line. I don't care about those candles high. I care more about that line. So I'm going to set an alert for that one. That's a nice chart. All right. So I've got alert set for it now. So it'll pop up during the day when price gets up there. So price will have to do something like this. Where's my little toy here? So price is going to have to move up. I'll get alerted. I can make that decision to buy into it. And then from there to the 200 period moving average is about a 10.5% profit, or up to the next line that I have is about 14.5%. So very nice chart. It's just a matter of, you know, waiting for that entry. And everybody's entry might be different. So that would be near mine. Hey Carmen, how you doing? Open, doggone. I was hoping that open would pull back a little bit more. I have an alert set to be notified down in this area here. I'm actually going to set another alert on this, um, and I'm going to put it right at the top of the previous candle's close, right there. That's close enough. I'm going to set that alert, and that's what I'll look at for a possible entry. I can't, you know, I I can't look at every stock exactly at every time, you know, in the watch list. That's too many. If I was trading all by my lonesome, you know, not in the trading room, just all by my lonesome, you know, I could do that. I could just put everything in a watch list and monitor it. Um, Very, very close. You know, when they start moving up, you can go look at them. And I look at a lot of stocks at one time, and I have to have little helpers. The trading room, we have a fantastic trading room. They're always, you know, posting these great stocks, or we talk about stocks and they'll post out, hey, open is moving or about there, or Irene is ready. And I mean, it's a terrific room that very helpful. Everybody helps everybody. And so it's very helpful to me. So thank you. Thank you. All right. Hey, but we're getting toward the end here, and I want to remind everybody that Doug has an open house this coming Monday at Right Way Options. There is a registration link. You can find it on all our social media sites. Check your email. I'm sure there's an email went out on it, and that's Monday at 9:25 is when it starts. Monday the 15th. And I do want to remind everybody again that Monday, it starts Monday. The new time for this right here, charts and targets pre-market, new hours is 8:30 a.m. to approximately 9. I don't have to be out of here exactly at 9, but it will start at 9:30. Okay, and that's starting Monday, September 15th. Yeah, love it. Thank you, Tommy. I think I'm going to like them too. Me moving it this early, it was a great idea, but unfortunately, it's kicking my butt. And even my wife said, "All right, this has got to stop." So I have to listen to the boss. Yeah. You said CNC's gapping up. Yeah, CNC's rocking. Whoa, smoking. Oh, nice. I hope somebody here is in it. It's a bummer I'm out of it. Oh man, doggone it. Look at that thing go. Way to go. Gold, you're in it. Congratulations. Way to go. Dave, you're in it. Fantastic. Carmen, you just missed that. What did you say? The new hours? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the new hours starting Monday will be 8:30. We'll be here at 8:30, and then approximately 9 o'clock we'll be out of here. Not much earlier, but they could go late. Like right now, we're already late. But I have flexibility on the back end. But we start at 8:30 a.m. Eastern on Monday. Okay. All righty. All right, let's get the show on the road. Okay, let's get this market opened up in a little while. Watch out for those numbers. They could shake the market up a little bit. Just a second here in the trading room, I'll post positions I'm holding in there to kick the day off. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you all being here. We'll see you tomorrow at, 6:30? Same time, same place right here. And then remember, Monday, we switch times. All right. Take care, everybody. Thank you.